Whoa, wowzers. Good morning. I have a viewer submission. Let me send it to myself real quick. You guys see this? Okay, we're back. Hi, Elaine. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, Rage. You're right. That is just like me and Luca. So, what a past couple of days. Good morning, BVK. Good morning, beautiful. Going hard in the yard on us. Good morning, Mara. Good to see your face. Jaded. Michelle. Her name was Amber. Lean on me. M. Ray. One shot. One kill. Emily, Joe, Dolly. Good morning to see you, Dolly. Ange Carter. Linnell. Oh, thank you for being such a consistent subscriber, Linnell. 4:14 in the morning. I don't get up for nobody except kids at that time. And police. Oh, shooey. I should have went live on my computer this morning. That way I could show you stuff. Still waiting on my new pew pew thingy. Yeah, those wraps are the bomb. Those are the raw paper king size. But then again, you got to get the filters too, which I already used the filter for a filter. Where's my filter box? It's here somewhere. It's already pre-rolled filters, so go on ahead and get you some of them. So we are on a campaign this weekend to stop the hate and the racism that is hidden here. I just want to show you something and then we'll move on. Okay. Look at this. This is crazy. Look. No thanks. 1488. Invest in hate. Instead of investigate, invest in hate. That is powerful. Look at that thing. Invest in hate. And we're going to share this around a little bit today and tomorrow and for the next month. So, I have to make a retraction, and you know how the news does when they get something. Damn YouTube. So I know that there's some people that got their merch yesterday. Holy cow, it's blowing like Jesus out here. So some people should have been getting their merch yesterday. I can tweet this stuff too. Thank you, Oxalot. Get that POS, Benny. I am. We're on him. We're on his neck like a cheap tie. I got to be careful how I do it because, hey, AF, you keep posting pictures of that kitty. I'm coming to the UK and I am going to catnap him. He is so cute. And I don't even really, I don't have an affinity towards cats, dogs, really. So, Elaine, hey, Sweet Pea, Pixel Popper. That kitty is so adorable. Lizzie B in the house. Lizzie B in the place to be. So, good morning, Amalou. I'm just waking up. No lies. We'll give you time, love. We'll give you some time. Full house this morning. He's adorable. He looks like a little tiger. He sure does. Genevieve, good morning, beautiful. So, Skeptic. That's the name of the title this morning. And I want everyone, if you haven't went over and subscribed to the Scientific Skeptic, please do so. Cooking for Sandra, but listening. Girl, Sandra, you better come make your own breakfast. Put your mama back in the bed and let her relax. So Skeptic, I really actually like what Skeptic's doing, okay? Oh, prayers for Meg's little boy. He's sick. I'm so wore out from my 50-hour stakeout on the red truck. Me too. Yes, Pixel Popper. So that's kind of the important part about what the Skeptic is doing, right? He's going back in time like good investigators. They circle back and they bring the things from the beginning forward into the real, the true time space now. Megs, absolutely, love. We'll put him on my prayer list for today. How about that? So, Pixel is taking all of the things from maybe other cases. He's done that, but he's bringing it forward. And when he brings it forward, because this is such a fast-paced rat race here, after a few days, some of us who don't have the fortitude all the way, some of us will forget. Beautiful seasons. Love you. Tell Sal I said hello. So we're forgetting some of these things that happen because our attention spans have been redesigned to be this long, right? Lizzie, I should have sent you a pound of chocolate, Uber, for that 50-hour stakeout. Golly, I'm so sorry, honey. I should have ordered you some Red Line energy drinks. I don't know. A case of Red Bulls. You could have called Doug and he could have brought you some meth. I don't know. Clay May, love you, girl. Kicking up dust. Hey, I love your backyard. Kicking up. Thank you, Callie. Starbucks in the house. So, he's bringing all of these things back forward. So we can remember it. Red lines are fierce. It said, I've never had one, but I used to date a girl that was a recovering meth addict. I didn't know when I met her, but she used to come around with them red lines and she'd drink the whole thing and pum, pum, pum. She's bouncing off the fucking trim and off the door handles and shit. And I read the back of one of that thing and it says, take half at a time. And I'm like, holy shit, you drank the whole thing. Tear your ass. Prayers for Meg's sons this morning. Meg's son. So the scientific skeptic. He really is, he's really picking them up and putting them down, right? Please share. Yes, Genevieve, woman of the people. So he's really going back through all of the TIR stuff and he's ironing it out and he's bringing forth the particular pertinence that we need to be aware of again, right? Skeptic is talented. Yes. It does take some talent to go and do what he's doing. So, I enjoy the F out of scientific skeptic as well. Only issue is I don't like being poked fun at, but he hasn't really poked too much hard fun at me. I think that really what he's done is he's kind of motivated me to be better, right? Red line cost me a hospital trip, $1.25, but I only do coffee. Yeah, there you go. Crime time. Love you. We'll see you later. Lizzie B in the hand. She's the bomb diggity bomb. Hell yeah, she is. So, this is the thing about seeing ourselves in a light that we don't like. When someone does it correctly, thank you, Clay May. I had nightmares of dripping boogers all night. I slept with tissue just jammed in my nose because I was afraid I was going to have dreams too. Can you drop the channel? I unfortunately can't do anything here because it's locked in the phone. Now, I'll go live a little bit later from the computer, but right now we are what we are. So. Charles Lewis Ford with a essay against him, also a member of their church. Doug's Coke Boogie made a presence in B's live last night. I know, and that fucker, you can't unsee that shit. You can't unbreak. May 26, 2006. Whoop, whoop. You got a lot of time sober, mama. Envy is my sin this morning. Let me tell you what. December 13th of this year, I'll have 4 years sober. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Hoo-ah. Beautiful thing. Thank you, Genevieve. And I know you're saying that to other people too. Thank you. Man. That wind just blew all my money around up here. So, thank you, Random. Yep. Thank you, Michelle. No lies. Sweet pea. One Scott. Hell yeah. I used to be the worst type. I wasn't just one that'll steal from you, but I'll bust somebody over the head and take it. It wasn't no problem. We're at the 8-minute mark. Smoke them if you got them. The only thing we smoke here on this channel is CBD. Is CBD. So, Skeptic Scientist right now, in his last video 10 hours ago, he's going hard in the yard against TIR. Thank you all about the truth. I know I'm over here double. I got it all going, man, because I got the coffee going. When that coffee goes, that CBD, yeah. I left hated cigs. Good. I'm trying to, damn it. They got a hold to me. Boy. No, Clay May Edwards is not Jody. Come on now. Jody Sue ain't allowed over here. Clay May is my homegirl in real life. So no, that ain't her. It's so hard, Megs. So, what you need to do, you need to take you an empty pack of squares. And you need to roll up 20 CBD cigarettes and put them in the box. When you feel like smoking a cigarette, have you a CBD cigarette. Thank you, Claymate. What is your favorite kind of coffee creamer? Mine is Italian sweet cream. I like just old industrial black coffee with brown sugar and a little bit of whole milk. Someone called you squall tit yesterday. I'm sorry. Holy shit. So let me stay on point here. Do not come at Clay May like that. That's my homegirl. She is a trusted, but patches really help you out. She's a very, very trusted individual over here. So please don't come in and disrespect any of the mods. So I went on a tirade last night trying to, makes it skim, yeah. I like whole milk. I like creamer too, but it's just a little bit too rich. So last night I went on a tirade. I'm trying to, richness, yeah. I can't smoke. I choke to death. Good Lord, kicking up dust. Thank you for that. That is awesome. I wished I couldn't even smoke. Make it impossible for me too. So, let's get really serious here for a minute. So, Josh at the lab. Josh is in a interracial marriage. Josh is married to a black woman. Josh has two strapping sons who are star basketball players. Josh has a beautiful family, seemingly, in real time, right? So what I'm having a really hard time understanding is why Josh would victimize his own wife and sons to go on no hates. Mother Goose, Mother Goose. I'm really trying to understand that, because let me tell you what, my son is biracial as well. He's Hispanic and Caucasian, right? So I just don't go around and talk about people, or rather with people, that talk greasy about Hispanic and Latin and Mexican folks. I don't do it, Josh. Let me tell you what, Josh, out of all the people that you could, now let me back up. Josh said, you stopped messing with Doug when he didn't need you anymore. And I said, no, that's not true at all. I stopped messing with Doug when I found out he had 1488 on his legs, right? That's when I stopped with that. That's when you should stop too, Josh, right? So let me explain it to you, Josh. Racism from your friend is not, it is not just, it's not just online behavior. Let me tell you, Josh, what you do by befriending Doug and sitting in that seat next to him, sir, is you victimize your children, man. You secondary victimize your own children by going with Doug. See, Josh is so in line with Doug's beliefs now that Josh is even questioning his own life. You would have to question your own life when you have a best friend that's a racist and you have a whole family behind you that matches. It looks like your family is the thing that Doug put on the back of his legs. I mean, against your family. They are victimized by proxy, Josh. Don't you know that your boys and your wife, you have to hide this from them. You must have to hide this from them, or else you're not hiding it and that your marriage is on the way out, Josh. See, One Shot Scott says racism is in the heart. For it to come out on the skin is deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. Pixel Popper's in here. His family must be very proud. That's tatted on his legs? Yes. He has 14, which is the 14 words for the savior of the white race. And then you have 88 on the other leg. And the 88, 8 is H. The 8th letter in the alphabet is H. So the 88 stands for HH, which is Hail Hitler. He was probably trying to fit in. Josh is always towing the middle line, the safe line. I'm afraid to have a backbone, maybe. In prison, yes. But when Doug is on the line, ask Griff or ask me, ask anybody who has had intimate conversations with Doug, and it's the N-word. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you every word out of his mouth is the N-word, but he throws it around in private conversation where you're like, whoa, dude, holy cow. Like, come on, man. I'm not monetized, nor will I monetize, right? YouTube is trying different tactics with me. Like this video here. This video will go to private as soon as we're done because I refuse to monetize. So, wow, that is awful. And to judge others like that is sad. Seems to be going down the tube. Can't watch him anymore, cussing constantly. Absolutely. And guess what? I would never come public and put racism on anybody that I didn't have proof. Right? You may see different faces and different doxings that happen on this channel, and some of them aren't right. I'm just here to tell you, some of them aren't right. Most of them are very right. But when I come on here and I talk about racism or any deep, meaningful matter, I'm being so sincere. Right? There's video proof online, yes. There is video proof online of Doug being a racist. But this is the problem. Josh falls into that category of people like a whole lot of other people on YouTube who just cannot be wrong. Josh won't even admit and say, yep, he's a racist. I love my children more than I love the idea of being popular on Doug's channel. I tried to tell Josh all of this, but he just smart talked me. Well, guess what? We gave him the opportunity to ask for permission, and now later on down the road, he's just going to have to ask for forgiveness. Josh, man, out of all the people online you could have ran into and got into a domestic partnership with, you and Doug could get insurance together. Oh no, Seasons. Josh knows. He's known since the day one that I saw him. Doug is a blatant racist. Yes. And I want to stop saying his name in here, right? So we'll just say UNT UNT. We'll call it that. So Josh is known since day one. Benny knows drug. I trust what he says about him. Skeptic showed us the video of how mean and hateful drug was to LE hospital staff. Absolutely. And let me tell you what. When the woman didn't come to court for Doug, you want to know what Doug was caught online saying about her? He said, yeah, and that fucking bitch, she wouldn't even come to help us in court. UNT has spackles shooting out his nose. Well, you ain't never told a lie about that. So I tried to warn Josh day one. I was like, Josh was in here last night. He says he wasn't, but he was. We know. Josh has been begging Griff for the proof that Doug is racist because Josh, it's in his mind now. It's in his mind now. He's like, oh my God, did I get fooled or did I knowingly step into a situation with a racist knowing that I had two beautiful black sons at home in hopes that no one would expose it? Josh, bro, why put us in the position to have to do this for you? We're not doing this to you. We're doing this for you, Josh. He told me to pipe down. Oh, Josh, bro, please open your second inner set of eyelids, right? You have two, right? You open your real eyelids to your YouTube life. You need to open up them YouTube. You see on Men in Black where he blinks two sets of eyelids? Just like Josh and Doug, reptilian. It takes you ever seen a reptile? A reptile has no emotion. It's never happy. It's never sad. It's just angry, right? It was a stage attempt. Absolutely. Yep. AV Hospital was a setup. And then when it went real life and the lady had to step into court to help Doug and to help AV Watchmen, she refused. She was like, that's too much, like having to revisit the scene of the crime. Chrissy Smith says she loves you, Benny, in chat. She's busy today and will be catching up later today. We love you too, Chrissy. Guess what, Josh? You might as well go befriend Rick Crude too. See, Rick Crude lost his last channel because he forced his little beautiful blonde-haired granddaughter to come on and say WHITEPOWER, motherfucker. That's what she said. White motherfucker. I mean, I let me be honest with you. I'm more disappointed with Josh than I could ever be with Doug because it's like Alzheimer's. Racism is like Alzheimer's. Once you decide to be a racist, you just forget that that's part of your life and that shit comes out of your vernacular and out of your stomach and your throat and the side of your neck and your ass and your ear and your nose and your eyes. Like all that shit comes out of you. So Doug has Doug has lost the power to choose, Josh. UNT has lost the power of choice in many things. And you know this, Josh. He has lost the power of choice. And so what we see is that Josh really looks as if he just snuck in because he knew that Doug's behavior was going to continue to progress and progress and progress in a way that absolutely Josh was going to have, CM was going to have to move away from Doug. But see, the thing is that Josh wanted to make sure that CM had a really nice, safe place to land. Okay? Oh, why is it we start talking about he used to hang with all the auditors, Furry Potato and SVG, CCW, CVCW? Those channels have proof also. Yes, those channels all have proof of Doug's racism. In fact, most of them have actual video proof of Doug's legs because Doug forgets, like I said before, Doug forgets about the racism. And so Doug does things like put shorts on and go into South LA and shit with that 1488 on his legs. 6 up. CM going on Doug was a horrible look for him. For Doug. That was a horrible look for Doug. You can get CM on any channel. That's nothing. All you have to do is email CM or text him and say, hey, I want you to come on my channel and talk about how great you are. It doesn't matter if there's 7 people in there. He'll come. He'll come. So, Josh, Josh, it's kind of like being a drug dealer when you're at home, but having somebody in the other room that has an issue with the kind of drugs that that you bolster, sir. When you go on and you have Doug on your show, what you're inadvertently doing unknowingly and unwittingly is you're bolstering racism. He will forget until he forgets, and them legs will leave him in the wrong neighborhood. Hell yeah. It is absolutely in reverse, right? Now, Josh wants to so desperately know why I have a 17-year-old daughter who doesn't like me. She loves me, but she doesn't like me. Let me tell you why. Josh, not this last summer that we had, but the summer before that, my daughter got in crazy, crazy trouble with the law and her mother. And they released her to come to me. She came here and she wanted me to let her go on dates with boys she met off Snapchat that sell drugs. And I told her, no, there's no fucking way I'm going to allow you to smoke marijuana in my house and go date boys that you don't know off the internet. Let me tell you what, Josh. I bet your boys are really, really good, strong, spiritual boys. My daughter is not. My daughter is a gangster. My daughter turns gangster when people tell her as a child what to do. So she was at my house for about 60 days, Josh. And she just couldn't take it anymore. So I told her, you have a choice. You can go back to your mom's in Michigan, or you can stay here with me, get back in school, get your driver's ed done. My daughter was on track to graduate 2 years early. Now she's on track to never graduating, Josh. My daughter 2 years ago was on probation for assaulting a peace officer. And then while on probation for assaulting a peace officer, assaulted yet another peace officer. You want to know what, Josh? My daughter dislikes me for being a good dad, not for hanging out with a racist. Okay? Let me also, I'm not going to go there because that's her personal sexuality. I'm not going to tell you about what happens when you don't police your children when they decide they want to have sex. You want to know what they do, Josh? They come back or they come to your house with all sorts of sexually transmitted diseases, Josh. My child came to me broken, Josh. You want to know what? In 60 days, I couldn't fix her. And Josh, because she needed to stay broken better or more than she ever needed to be repaired. Let me tell you what, Josh. Teenagers on the fringe, Josh, they go where there's the least amount of rules. My daughter actually thought she was going to come to Dallas, Texas. And she thought that going to Dad's was going to be easier. Oh no. Let me tell you what, Josh. I played hell for 6 weeks trying to get my daughter's transcript in the middle of July so that come the end of August when they enrolled in school here, I could put her in school. Let me tell you what, Josh. It was about 2 days before we received her transcript. That was the thing that pushed her over the edge. I said, no, Pot. You're not old enough. I'm old enough. You're not. Okay? It's not do as I do, it's do as I say, right? So she wanted to go date drug dealers that she just met off Snapchat. And then she didn't want to go to school. And I told her both of these are not going to work, Josh. And so let me tell you what she did, Josh. She told her mom to go and get her, Josh. And so let me tell you what, Josh. It's about a 24-hour trip from Michigan, Southwest Michigan, to Dallas. And let me tell you, she already had her mom on the way. Her mom was 19 hours into the trip before my daughter came over to me in the living room and said, hey, can I have some boxes to pack my stuff? My mom is almost here. There was no discussion. There was no nothing, Josh. I don't owe you an explanation, Josh. But what I'm telling you, Josh, is when you aren't on the right side of your teenager, Josh, they're going to hate you. My daughter doesn't hate me because I yoke with a racist, Josh. My daughter could care less because my daughter only has African American friends. Just like me. Right? I choose to not deal with the murky muddlings of the kind of Caucasians that I have available to me in real life. They're messy. Not only that, but I don't have anything in common with them other than the color of my skin. Right? Other than that, I have nothing in common with them. We walk on two legs, right? We're both bipedal. We're all bipedal and we consume fluids to stay alive, right, Josh? But as far as mingling beliefs with these people, Josh, I will not. Since a very young age, I grew up in a place where there wasn't a lot of white folks, Josh. And so quite naturally, geographically and logistically, you attach yourselves to the ones that have the same interest and do the same things, Josh. Let me tell you what, Josh, much like your boys, my whole life consisted of having a basketball in my hand. Right? While other kids were doing the wrong stuff, Josh, I had a basketball in my hands. My biggest problem at 16 wasn't sexually transmitted diseases. It wasn't internet. It wasn't teenage sex. It wasn't drugs. It was basketball, Josh. Just like your boys. Just like your boys, Josh. Your boy's whole life consists around that basketball. Your whole other life, Josh, your whole internet life consists of covering up for a racist that you're best friends with. We all know he's a racist. But you, sir, you're in denial. You're like, how could, I'm so intelligent. I'm Josh. I'm so intelligent that there's absolutely no way my picker could ever be broke. So now what you're seeing is a double down. See, Josh has such a hard time admitting that he's wrong that he's going to go hard in the yard, straightforward. In what? Oh, in concert with Doug. Hey, Josh, would you introduce and let your boys come on Doug's Live? Because this is the way real adulting works, right? If you spend any countable time with someone and you value that relationship, isn't it just natural that that is all commingled together, right? Your family, your Doug, your everything, your wife, right? Would you ever put your wife next to Doug or your children? No, you wouldn't. So why would you put yourself as the man of that house? Why would you let your wife and your children watch you online with a racist? Yeah, Nisi said she's seen them legs and Benny is being 100. Josh, this ain't no lie, bro. This isn't no thing to get you away from Doug for you or for me or for anybody else. Josh, this is to get you away from Doug for your children and your wife. Let me tell you what, Josh. Let me put it another way. We're all allergic to racism. Let's say you had a serious peanut allergy in your house, Josh. Let's say your wife and both of your sons have a serious peanut allergy in your house. Are you going to bring peanuts to your house? Veiled Innocence right here says she's seen the legs several times. But let me ask you, Josh, with a serious nut issue in your house, would you bring peanuts in your house? And would you let the peanuts be a detriment to your wife and your children? Amanda's seen them. Oxalot has seen them. Emre has seen them. Mother Goose has seen them. We've all seen his legs, Josh. This is me helping you, Josh. This is me helping you stand on your... Look at that. Mara's seen them. No Lies has seen them. Random Squirrel's seen them. Sweet TT has seen them. Kimmy Craig, BVK, Jaded, Lizzie. We've all seen Michelle Macklin, NH Girl, Lean on Me, Thicky Nicky, Angie Carter, Lala 615, Tarantula Gooch, Leah, Tingle Bar, Couch Detectives. We have all seen his legs, Josh. One Shot Scott's seen them. Honest Rage has seen them. Little Linda has seen them. He jumped on the bed too. Yes, he did. TT. Doug is proud of those tats. He did it on a live, Josh. Yeah, Josh. So I hope that answers. I've seen them and in the same font. Thank you, Seasons. Angie Carter's seen them. No, yeah, Josh has to see them in order to believe it. It was on his own live, BVK says. He is white and he is proud, Josh. Hua? Elaine's seen him. Tell me why he never got them filled in. Look here. I ain't got no unfinished tattoos on my whole body. This is all the way it's supposed to look like, man. Ain't got no tattoos in my whole body. Show us your legs on a live. It'll never happen. Not again. No. Because you know what happens when he loses Josh? He loses CM too. No, Bilotti, the live was on a whole nother channel and they took the channel. So you know what, Josh, this isn't me trying to tear you apart, bud. This is me trying to tell you. Josh was there when he showed them live one night. Yes, he is. Yep. He's trying to say there were his sports numbers, but why in that particular order? Because they are not. I'm telling you, I'm not lying about any of this. Look up Doug's background. Hey, Ramona. What's on the legs? Linnell. What's on the legs is a hate symbol that's actually in the hate symbol database, 1488. He was proud of them. Yes, he was proud of them. Josh, this is me trying to help you, bud. The white supremacists in prison that did the tats found out he was Jewish, Josh. They wouldn't finish them, and they threatened to cut them off. So he finished his bid in segregation, Josh. Josh. I thought Josh was okay, but he's sounding more and more like Doug by the day. Absolutely. The font is important so that they match. That's the point of the font. You are exactly right, Seasons. Bing, 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 bing. It's the font. How, Josh, did Doug accidentally get the same font for his baseball number and Dale Earnhardt's number? Why wouldn't you just make the 14 look like an actual baseball jersey? And why would you not make the 88 actually look like the number on the side of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car? Why, Josh? Those tattoos both have the same font, sir. Have you ever seen, hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Oh, let me show you here, bub. He has never talked sports one time. It is not sports. Oh, boy. Let's show you here, Josh. Earnhardt Jr. Oop. Dale Earnhardt's race car. Junior. I screwed that up. Hold on. Dale Jr.'s.
According to Wikipedia.
Let me show you typically what this is. I mean, you can look through here. It is typically what race car font looks like. Look at the 88. Look at the 88. Look at the 88. Look at the 8 there. Look at the 8 there. All right? I bet Dale Earnhardt is his favorite driver. Let me show you something real quick, Josh, just so you know. Just want you to know. Look at the font, bub. Look at the font. See that font? See that font right there? Right? Hoo-ah, Josh? Look at the font, Josh. Right? So, when you're looking at the font, Josh, look here. You can see the 8 on the side of his head. See it? You see that, Josh? How does Doug have the same shit in the same... Now, it's not like he has the shit in a place that he shouldn't have it, right? Do you mean to tell me he's got the same font located in the same flag area as all the other racists? Doug just happened to wait until he became very fond of Dale Earnhardt Jr., right? He waited until he got the love of the number 14 is baseball jersey and the love of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then when that fantasy was complete, he went in at one time. Josh, those tattoos are not different fonts. They're not from different times. They're from the same sitting. So you mean to tell me in prison he had a neo-Nazi put his baseball jersey number and his favorite NASCAR driver at the same time on the back of legs where hate symbols go? What year did he get them? That don't even matter, Tingle. I love you for asking. That don't even matter. See, it's not as if Doug, God, I got to stop saying his name. It isn't as if Doug got those 20 years ago and has changed his life. He hasn't. He still refers. What are you going to do, dude? Right? What are you going to do, dude? That's like your stock version. That's like your racist, no power windows, no HD lights, no backup cam. Like you, there were many other symbols and things that Doug could have gotten very smaller that still would have they still would have met the requirement for it, right? Get some damn tribal to cover up when you get out. I don't know what's going on with the phone. Fix that tattoo, Doug. Put a baseball in a car or just black that crap out. Yeah, man, like there's no room. There's no room for bigotry here. There's no room for racism here. Like I think that some people find solace and comfort when they look around and they think everyone's face is the same color, right? And I think that you think that it's because all the faces appear to be the same color that if that word slips out of you, it's not like you're at a rap concert and saying it, right? It's like you're just here. Hold on. If you guys can hear me good, put a 1 in the chat. We're good again. 1, okay. You know what? I guess this is an intervention. Tats will take Doug down. Yes, they will. This is just an intervention. This isn't for Doug. This is not an intervention for Doug. We can't change Doug. We can still change Josh. Josh is still malleable. Josh was doing great documentaries about the West Memphis 3. I mean, all the retro cases. Josh was doing great work. Josh, you were doing what? You were doing great work, Josh. What you're doing now isn't even work. It's just opinionated hanging out with people that you think are more powerful than you, Josh. That's not work. That's you supplicating. That's you allowing, like, come on, man. You didn't have, why not give, look here. You let CM come on. Why not give the same forum to the same people CM has victimized? Why not let that come up and also talk? That's all I'm saying, man. Like, Josh, you ever heard the old terminology, if we knew better, we do better? Like, you can do better, bro. I've seen you do better. I've seen you shine, right? Josh, use your own creative mind and make that money. You don't need that BS with No, you don't, bro. You don't need nothing from Doug, bro. It's you and CM that's trying to legitimize Doug, and you don't even know that he's using you that way. Right? Right? Okay. Michelle has sound. I mean, this is a big issue, right? Because let me just kick it to you real. Let me just kick it to you real. You're never going to hear me even slip up and say that word online. It's just not in my vocabulary, right? And slip up and say that word online. It's just not in my vocabulary, right? There are some words. Now, if you've ever accidentally had that word slip out of your mouth, and that means you had it loaded too high to the top of your magazine, right? That bullet was in there too high to the top, right? Like if you've ever accidentally slipped that word out of your mouth, boy, you need to go to church, right? That word doesn't just slip out. You meaningfully say that, right? I watched part of Doug's live last night because he had the lady on that helped 423 Chase pay for the billboards for summer. After that, he called someone a Nazi. I got off. Wow. Thank you, Clay. Clay May says, Benny, you will go far, and we owe a big thank you to your mom, wife, and kiddos, and Lizzie. Makes me so happy for the passion instilled inside. I'm always going to be with y'all, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Thank you, love. Doug would not be allowed in Canada due to the tats. There you go. That isn't a word that slips. Now, I hope if my wife is watching me, she's okay with the way that this one is going on. This is awareness, right? We don't have anything brand new to talk about with Summer. So what we can do is talk about the issues that make Summer's case so very hard to navigate, right? These cases are impossible to navigate because of the characters that are involved with relaying the information. It's never going to stop. It can't stop. Let me tell you why. It will never, ever stop. It will never stop because CM can't get it right. Like watching Skeptic's video, right? He came on and made a post that he said it was confirmed. Confirmed. He came on and said he confirmed that Nomadic Track was Brian Laundrie. You know what we need to do? We need to make a video, Skeptic. Somebody asked Skeptic to make a video of the times CM has been right. There won't be a video. We've all made videos already of all the times CM has been right. And there ain't one video. He hasn't been right one flipping time. Ever. All the way back to when he was being paid to be a cop. He couldn't get it right. Now he's here trying to play cop for free. Well, not for free. Seemingly for free. And he still can't get it right. He doubled down, he quadrupled down. Yeah, that's a real short clip, Scott. A video of CM and all the things he's done right. I can't do it. Yeah, he also needs to learn about the rules of bingo. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and CM's wrong again. Ho! Oh. Yeah, man, Josh, man, we want to save you from yourself. We want to save the embarrassment of your family finding out who your best friend is. We want to save you from hard pillow talk with your wife about who's this buddy Doug? Who's your buddy Doug, Josh? Who is your friend Doug, Josh? I'm seeing a lot of things online, hubby, about Doug being a racist, hubby. You wouldn't be protecting a racist. I mean, I'm African-American queen. You chose me, Josh, because of who I am, Josh. You picked our children, Josh. You picked me for the mother of your children, Josh, because you like something different, Josh. That's okay. Different is great, Josh. But you got to protect those three, Josh. You have to protect them from your pastime. That pillow talk is going to be stiff. Let me tell you what. How do you ever get your wife's respect back? From allowing a person to subtly and unspokenly hate against your own children. I don't know, man. It's really hard. It's really hard. This is the last time I'm going to speak about it. Thank you, Susie. I hope Josh splits from Doug because, man, Josh, he's only going to get you caught up here. He's only going to get you caught up here. I mean, Josh, how can you think that that man cares about you? He don't even care about him. Look at him. Look at the fucking state of him. Look at the fucking state of him. Doug be the type to already be texting his wife on the low. Keep your eyes on him, Josh. Hell no. You want to know what? Well, you're maybe right. You know what I'm going to start calling Doug? Any of y'all seen Django? Y'all seen Django? I'm gonna start calling UNT Calvin Candy. Josh is a great guy. Josh is just filled with hate now because people are attacking his best friend. I think Josh thinks he's trying to save Drug. He plays that card a lot. I know. And you got to know, Josh, you can't help someone in Doug's state. You can't help nobody. I think Josh doesn't want Doug to make fun of him the way he does other people. So since he's scared, he will team up with him and not be real with him. Absolutely. That's how soft these people are that we're talking about, right? Like, what do I look like as a recovering alcoholic and dope fiend? What do I look like hanging out with someone that's a fucking alcoholic and a dope fiend in real life? Man, that don't even make sense. Right? That don't even make sense. Is Josh Lab? Yeah. You're welcome, Mother Goose. You're welcome. This is just a PSA. It's just a PSA for Josh, man. Josh, there's a lot of people here that love you, dude. There's a lot of people that love you. Let me show you something from Josh. Let me show you Doug's ugly is already rubbing off on Josh. I never wanted to have to show you this, but check this out. So the lab, he says, so I've covered why my daughter hates me. We'll see about when your family hates you. Oh, the lab says, did you really cheat on your wife with a man? I feel so bad for her. Yeah, I cheated on my wife with a man. I've been married one time, way. So he says, look here. He says, right here, the lab. He said, why did you block and delete my comments? I have more people that love me than you. I can ruin your lives whenever I want. You won't have enough mods. Why did you take off my comments, Benny? You're gonna ruin my life, huh? This is what I said. I said, you're so caught on YouTube, you fuckstick. You want to ruin my online life when I'm touching your real life? Come on, that sounds like something Doug would say. That's the lab. He's going to ruin my life because I'm calling him out about being friends with a racist. Josh is going to ruin my life because I'm calling him out publicly about being friends with a racist. Josh is going to ruin my life because I'm calling him out publicly about being best friends with a racist. You're welcome, Kimmy. Yeah, bro, you're going to ruin my life because I want to protect your black wife and your mixed race children from Doug. More people love him. Yeah, that's right. Guess what? I'd rather have no one hate me than all the Nazis in the whole world. Real Chablis. Josh, we're doing it for you. I'm trying to help you, Josh. I want you to go back to what you were doing before and keep your wife and your children away from Doug. The shit that... Let me ask you something. We know how this YouTube works, especially for you, right? So have you ever went to your beautiful ebony queen and said, hey, wife, I know you're an ebony queen, but I just have to tell you about the fun time me and Doug had together last night. You do. You do bring Doug's racist agenda to your beautiful wife unknowingly. Right? Trying to help you, bro. Only comments deleted were for talking about BK's family, and he tried last night. Right. He can't, Josh is an ad hominem king, and he doesn't even know that he falls victim to it, right? So when I come to Josh, I always come to Josh with something really intelligent, and I make him question what he believes. And immediately, no other defense mechanism than to go ad hominem. Oh, your daughter hates you. Did you sleep with a man? Josh, guess what? Let me tell you something, bro. Are you also a gay basher? Because let's just assume for a moment that all this masculinity would sleep with a man. Do you know how many stone cold killers every single person in a penitentiary could handle you? And you want to know what? It's a lot of them super masculine men that lay down with other men, bro. Fuck you gonna do about that, bro? So, you're a gay basher too. And you invite racism into your house. Josh is always trying to come up with some profound, wishy-washy, sad story type stuff to get some of a heartstring type fans. Instead of just being a real dude, it always seems planned. It is. Racist gay bashing. Sounds like druggy Doug. Yeah, bro. Why is he asking who I'm sleeping with? Yeah, all he's got is low blows. Hey, bro, do you lay down and pillow talk with your wife and not make love with her? Because I could see clearly it's a backup of testosterone and semen in you, and they are fighting together to make you soft. Wink, wink, Kimmy. Bro. Man, bro. If you knew better, you do better, bro. Why don't you hook up with John Crimes? Because that's more yoked to your situation, bro. That's more yoked to being a good man towards the family you chose. You chose that woman and you chose those children, bro. Do right by them. Let me tell you, Josh, you ever heard the old saying that says, do good even when nobody's watching? Everybody's watching what you're doing. I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all. What the hell you mean? Even if he thought people felt it was a hate symbol, he'd have them covered. Absolutely. Or he'd wear jeans, right? I wish he'd go back to his informational type videos. Me too. It's called integrity, Josh. Doing the right thing even when no one's watching. Bro. And while you're caught in the midst of doing that, you should always be looking for the next right thing to do. I saw a comment calling Benny Brokeback Benny somewhere yesterday. I said, oh, so now you are a homophobic gay basher. No. Answer, of course. Of course. Let me ask you this. Do we actually think that Drug Hutton went through 3 years in the penitentiary without gratifying himself via a man? Come on now. Impulsive Doug. Do you think he did 3 years in Pasco without ever touching a penis? Oh no, Doug handled some dicks. Doug handled some dicks in prison. Let me tell you what. Doug wasn't in there fist fighting. You seen how Doug did with the Jewish man that jacked him in the jaw. Nothing. If Doug's buddies in prison could see Doug getting slapped in the jaw by a Jewish man while he had them things on the back of his legs, boy, if Doug ever came back, boy, they'd knife Doug in his kidney. I promise you. I saw something that said Benny likes to wear dresses. Shit, I don't even like to wear tighty whities. It's too much like panties. You understand me? I think AB started the Brokeback Benny shit. Guess what, AB? I'd rather be laying down with a man than not laying down with nothing, just like you. Fuck you, me. Bye. Hurricanes, everything. Sir, my wife don't even wear dresses. Hell you mean? I tell you what, I think Josh is stuck in a real situation at home. Josh is being torn between his addiction for YouTube and the way that he behaves online reflects on his wife, right? See, it's only like we know. I'm gonna tag Josh on this video and watch. It's only obvious, right? That when us men who are married on YouTube, we're spending time away from our wives and our children. Guess what? We know our wives are watching this shit. You got to speak in their language for them to get your voice. That's it. Sometimes in a crowded room full of people screaming and hollering, you got to whisper to be heard. Well, whisper's never been my style. But dresses sure as hell ain't. Free balling, there you go. Hell yeah. Fuck you mean. You wear tighty whities and you keep everything too close to you for a minute and then you can't have babies, man. So, man, this is all it is, Josh. Become a free agent, bro. Go back to being a free agent. Come back. They like to say this is the dark side. Oh, man, because it's only all the people doing the wrong that labeled their side as the light side, right? There ain't enough of us over here to say, oh, no, they're lying. We are the light side, bro. Don't you know Daryl Jacobs? Don't know how I came across his Facebook, but he's weird and has photos of you and I'm guessing your kids. Probably. It's all right. Thank you for promoting my beautiful family, sir. Boy, because if you was really trying to scare me, bro, you just get my number and call me and listen to my voice. AB has sex on the brain. He called Grandma Horror a nympho. She said she loves the D. Then called her a lesbian in the same live. Yeah, he can't even make his mind up. Don't you know a lesbian means they stay only with women? Right? Come on now. We know she ain't no nympho. She's living over here on Ben Hill Road in a trailer by herself. Ain't no man or woman in there. Fuck you mean? That's just him putting something on somebody. All right, Moose. Thank you, Rage. Sometimes in life, those we expect much from are actually the ones who disappoint us the most in the end. That's it, man. Bro, Josh, all you've ever said in these emails is things that they've been saying for a year now, bro. Right? It's really strange that we all ask for receipts for everything, except for when it comes to Benny. We'll believe that he lays down with men, and we'll believe all these other things with no receipts. But then go on 2 minutes later and tell somebody else, oh, I need receipts. Seasons. But the receipts are never enough. There isn't any receipts, period. Hoo-ah. So it's just, it's amazing, right? And let me tell you what, these folks, you can't tell them nothing. Yeah, man. You're on here tearing up victims, gay bashing, hanging with racists, hanging with corrupt retired cops with alcohol and ego issues. Everyone that you deal with online has impulsivity issues. You're just involved in a cult. Let me tell you what. It used to be very hard to be a leader of people unless you were born that way physically in real life. You could lead people. Can you imagine Josh leading anybody in life anywhere except to a fucked up deal? Boy, you will mess around and follow Josh into the worst circumstance ever. And then when you get there, he'll turn around and then just do one of these. Or try to come up with some real backhanded, self-talking, contradictory shit. Man, come on. Just keeps haters in the chat. That's it, man. I knew all along Nordic Track wasn't Brian. Not sure why CM couldn't have seen that. Well, because he's, come on now. Just because you can't smell his breath don't mean nothing ain't going on. Believe everything about BK when no one can back their words with receipts. You all love and support those people. Okay, let me tell you about the woman that came on and said that I laid with men. That is my baby's mom. She was unfortunately at a time in my life and she was a weekend thing, right? So she had the baby. She told me the baby belonged to somebody else, but I had signed the birth certificate already. She told me the baby wasn't mine a second time and I left her, but I had already signed and I was already paying child support, right? So then I became disabled and it took about 4 years for my disability to get kicked in, dude. It took a long time. And in that time, I accrued some back child support, bro. So let me catch you up. I became the victim of city negligence and became injured. She has a drug issue that is just bigger than Doug's, okay? You saw all that. She is really letting meth just grab a hold to her, right? So she was informed there's a network, right? There's a network that as soon as you file a lawsuit, your name and your case and all that shit, it goes into this network. And this network looks for back IRS shit, child support, money you owe that the IRS says if he gets a lawsuit, he's got to pay back child support. So let me tell you what. She got that, and then she contacted me, and she said, have you been hurt? And I said, yes, I have. And I said, within the year, you will have all your back child support paid off in full, and then in 1 year, she'll be off child support, and we'll be all done having business together. The lawsuit got tied up because of insurance issues, doctor issues, needing comparisons on one MRI reading and another, right? And her money didn't come when they said it would projectedly be there. They said, oh, within a year. August, it was a year, right? She thought she was going to get the money in like 2 months, like a car wreck. She didn't listen to what they said. So after 2 months of being promised money when the lawsuit pays out, the lawsuit money hadn't got there. So she came on another gentleman's channel. AB in his racist self is connected to that man who's a black man. And they don't even care. They don't even care about the racism because it's more about hating me than it is about the racism, right? So that man reached out to that woman and was like, hey, you want to come on live and just lie about Benny? So she did. She came on and said that she walked into a room and saw a man giving me fellatio that was my friend. Right? Meanwhile, she was saying all this while holding her 6-year-old daughter on her lap on a boat drinking beer. Somebody called and was like, this chick is operating a boat with her kid. They didn't do anything that day. But what they did is it transferred over to the CPS. Come to find out, she wasn't supposed to be with that kid unsupervised. let alone drinking beer on a live, holding the child on a boat. And now all of a sudden, this is the stuff Josh wants to regurgitate after all this time when I'm telling him about what's happening in his real life right now. And all he does is talk about what a sick, scorned woman. And let me tell you what, after having been caught on the boat drinking beer with a child she shouldn't be around unless it's supervised, she lost full custody. She lost full custody of that child. She also lost full custody of my daughter. My daughter now lives with my ex weekend things dad. She lives with her grandpa now. So there it is. There it is, Josh. That's it. Yeah. This is the other thing she did. She sent a picture of me, of herself, and behind her, or no, she was holding a sign and it said, "Fuck you, FAGGOT." And her daughter was sitting right on the couch next to her and she wrote the date on it. They sent a video and they sent a picture of her alone with the kids straight to them people. And she already had a pending case with CPS for beating my daughter in front of the little daughter. So she lost them both. What does AB stand for? Aryan Brotherhood. Yep. They used stupid moments in my life and they twisted them around. And you know what? This is the only thing that you can do to a strong man online doing the same thing that girls or men dressed and feeling like girls do, right? All they can do is try to decapitate your manhood. They'll say you're gay. They'll say, if you have ever said you're a recovering addict, they're going to say you're gay, you're a meth head, right? You're this, that, and the third. When all of those things don't even pop up in my profile of these days, my actual personal profile, right? So you want to talk about some stuff that somebody lied and said 8 months ago, 10 months ago, instead of taking on full force what I'm talking to you about right now. Josh, I challenge you. You know about racism, Josh. I challenge you, Josh, to ask Doug to see the back of his legs. And when you take into account everything you've seen in the past couple of days referring to the back of Doug's legs, you then have to make a move. You got to see, Josh, you got to pick a way or you will fuck around and lose here, sir. I don't care if you destroy my life online. I'll just make another one, sir. By you saying you're going to destroy my life online because I'm asking you not to yoke yourself with a racist because you have black children and a black wife, but you want to destroy my life because I'm asking you to not bring your children and your wife through this shit that you got going on online. It don't even make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense, Josh. You are all twisted up wanting to be fucking popular, bro. You're not even that popular, right? Like, for real. Like, if you were at least infamous, they'd make videos about you like they do me. I'm famous, but I'm infamous. I'd rather be infamous than famous. Guess what? You see the way they fuck with famous people, paparazzi and all that. Hey, they don't do that to infamous people at all. They don't fuck with monsters. You just want to be popular. I get it. There once was a time too, in my early 20s, I wanted to be popular, right? Kimmy Craig says, Josh, research who you're bonded to. The stinks will follow you. That's right. Cheshire, good morning. Infamous. My wife, she said the video I did last night was off-putting. It was. But my wife doesn't understand that we take so much pride in this community and all the work that we've done here to allow people like wife, they're using large, legitimate, retired police officers to extend the reach of a man who's racist, and the guy that's his best friend now, you know Doug, babe. Babe, you know Doug, right? Remember Doug and all the problems we had with Doug and shit? And I kept telling you all the time, like, I got to get away from him. And you kept saying, man, you got to get away from him. And then I did. Remember, wife? Well, so now he's got a new buddy, wife. And this new buddy, he's married to a black man, wife. And they got 2 kids. And he is Doug's best friend, wife. And I know you don't understand why the way it looks the way it does on here sometimes, wife. But you know how much time we put in here for it to be, made malignant, and for it to be made, for it to be made anything less than what it should be, wife. Right? It's like painting a beautiful mural, wife. And then you've got some people that aren't even artists, and they come by and they spray their name on your mural, wife. That's what's happening, wife. But so sometimes, wife, you've got to find the niche, right? Sometimes, wife, you can't just pry in between 2 things in the most strongest of spots. Sometimes you got to find the one you want to move, wife. Sometimes you got to put the bar right there, and you got to pry against the soft part that you can see, right? Sometimes, wife, you got to put that bar in between. So let's just say you want to separate these 2 things, wife. So you got to put a bar right in here, wife. Not in the most strongest part, but in the spot that if this is Josh and we want Josh to move away, we got to come down here where we can find Josh is soft and that Doug is strong. And that we can just start to pry and just leave them separate, wife. Because together it's such a clusterfuck, wife. Only on YouTube, right? Only on YouTube, because I would certainly hope that if now I believe Josh can identify 1488 tattoos, Josh, and I expect that probably what you do in your real life is, let's say you're by the broccoli aisle. You know, the aisle where they got the little things that, you're over there where it's cold and you're looking at broccoli and asparagus all rubber band together and shit. And you look over and you see a man with a 1488 tattoo right here on his face. And he looks at you, and you got your wife behind you and your 2 children. And I just hope that you say, fuck the broccoli, forget about the asparagus, and you turn around and you grab your multi-ethnic family and you move it away from that. That's what I hope that you actually do in real life, Josh. With that being said, he's been given a fair thumbs up to fight for his family's honor. Your family needs to see you fight for them now. Maybe the fight isn't, Josh, so much about being aligned with racist and yoked with dirty retired cops, but more so explaining the cultures of a multi-racial family. Explore that online and show that, because I tell you what, there's probably more help that you could do in trying to explore and help the United States and the racism problem that we currently have right now, Josh. You could use your family and your bond under Christ with your ethnic mixed wife to bring all the awareness in the world. All the awareness in the world, sir. You could be the thing that makes other your children can be examples, and you can be examples to other mixed racial families that are having issues, meshing. Right? There is always going to be issues trying to mesh, you know, step families. There's issues. There's issues when meshing interracial relationships, right? There's just pressures, right? You know this, Josh. You know this. And for you to continue, like Josh, you know I know, Josh. You know I know. It's not even about families. What it is about being with your wife and your mixed race kids out at the grocery store and them looking at you like you're handicapped or something, right? You know what I'm talking about, Josh. And what do? Do you stand up with pride and admiration for your queen and your two sons? Of course you do. Why not here? Why here does all dignity and morality and ethics leave you when you hit that button? You don't care. You forget about what you stand for every day in the grocery store next to the broccoli and the rubber banded asparagus, sir. Fuck you, me, bro. Be you all the time, bro. Let there not be different yous. I'm telling you, Josh, you have done good here. You could also do good in helping other families with the pressures of being mixed. You knew, Josh. You know how it goes, Josh. You know you got to break them down first and at the end build them up. You have to. Josh, it would only be by the resentment in your heart that you could not turn this around and come back to Benny and say, Benny, bro, man, I don't agree with everything you do. Look here. He's talking about my sexuality, ruining my life. And all I'm telling you still this second, Josh, is protect your family first from the racism. Right? You can't be around and insensitive talk for very long like you are over there without letting it wear off on you and you becoming mildly or moderately or majorly anti-Semitic. Look here. It is his true self. Black wife and kids or not. If he's okay with a racist, he is a racist. I'm not okay with racism. Let me tell you what. Don Wells been through way more prisons and jails and institutions than Doug could ever imagine. But let me tell you what, sir, because I've asked, Don don't have not one anti-Semitic tattoo. You have 4. The one in the 4, that makes 2. The 88, that makes 2 more, sir. It isn't like 1 leg, 2 legs. No, you got 4 anti-Semitic tattoos, man. Don don't have none of that. So you could say that Don's talk was insensitive. Maybe anti-Semitic or racist, if that's what you want, bro. But see, how can you even delve into that subject here, man? You've got a real you need to have an epiphany, sir. You need an epiphany immediately. You need what they call an aha moment, a moment of clarity, right? Wake up and smell the roses. I don't know how else you want me to say it to you, sir. But what you do is protect all of that. You've got extra things you have to protect than just a Caucasian family or just a black family. You put yourself there, Josh. You and your wife put yourselves there. Especially when you come on YouTube and you're doing the opposite of what your real life suggests you do. How can you have what you have at home, but I had to unsub Nina Boy over there, that ish. Yeah, man. It's stupid. So, okay. I like guys. I like guys. That's okay these days. Being a gay basher is not. So you still can't get on track, right? You still can't get on track. Don has been in prison and has lived a rough life, experiencing things most people haven't. So what people want to do is pick apart what he says when he has thousands of people bashing him. Yep. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, don't come on here and be no fucking bigotrous contradiction, dude. Like, that don't even, you could try to talk slick and do whatever you want, bro, but like, I'm calling you out, bro. You can't be both things. Pick a way you gotta choose, or you gonna fuck around and lose. I promise you, sir. You gotta pick a way. Family and good, clean, true crime, or we're just gonna all think that your family, like your wife is, like, I know your wife isn't, I don't know her, but what I'm saying is I know a black ebony queen is not going to let a Caucasian man come on here and be dealing with no racist for very long. It's an oxymoron. She's not gonna let that happen that much. See, the only way you can keep her from seeing this shit is if you what? If you yoke her, right? Don't you go on there, girl, and watch Benny Keys, because he's spitting the truth. Don't you do it, girl. You can't be both things, Josh. Ain't no way. Pick a way you lose, or you gonna fuck around and lose. I'm telling you, bro. You can't be both things. That doesn't fit here, right? That don't fit here. You got to pick a way. What happened between him and Griff? I mean, what happened between him and everybody? It's nothing different. It's just like Doug chews on people for a while, and then when they don't suit his taste anymore, he spits them out. Or they run away from him. And when they run away from, and man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Most of these people, they don't even mess with 10% of their followers or people that have subscribed to them or their believers, whatever you want to call them, fans, whatever. When you don't like, so if you got 29,000 and you reach 10% every time, man, you'd have to have 2,900 likes, 2,900, people in your chats. Like, man, you're dealing with like 400 or 500 people out of all the people, right? Doug puts up something and he gets 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 likes on a community post. Fuck, dude, you got 29,000. People don't watch that shit. Shame on the people who do and don't. Shame on the people that are subscribed and don't interact with that shit. Because what you're doing is you just got dormant hate just in your phone, right? I'm not subscribed to no dormant hate. Over here it's facts, and they don't like that. They're just jealous of my relationship with the Wells. For sure. There is a reason why Doug hasn't gone over the tattoo or erased it. You're right, and I don't know. Hey, Wando should have been a farmer, right? Where's Wando? Wando. Where you at, bro? Wando. You still farming? Wando, farmer life, baby. There you go. Y'all say hello to my homeboy Wando. Man. Anyways, guys, I don't know how much more I could kick this horse. Kaiser Sosa. Oh, she's talking about Josh. What up, Wando? Salute to you, bro. Hell yeah. Farmer life. Hell yeah, should have been a farmer. I don't know, guys. You know what's crazy? In the last 2 days, I've heard two creators say that they're moving from their houses. Why? Why like in the middle of a war are you moving from your house? That don't make no sense. That don't make no damn. Ugh. Hey, even through a magnifying glass, we can still see the racism, Doug. It's still there, bro. The light don't work no more. Oh, no, the light don't work. Is there a too light? You know. Oh, look at that. I can see them chats so good. Hold on. Benny, it's easy to get caught up, but I love how you bring the truth, my brother. Oh man, this is so great. Holy shit. Cameras all around AB. Oh, cameras all around AB. They will take him down. What he posted ever. Doug still all money better. So true. Until all these older women started paying him because they are bored and they like the chaos and drama. Oh my God, looks like trolls. He's allowed in the house. Blah, 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 blah. I need glasses, but I like them. Shit. Someone is really upset this morning. Go away with that dumb stuff. Do I seem upset? Go play a video game. There is no game stop for the soul. Let me tell you what, if you spend your time playing, I'm actually watching on my TV and crocheting. It got quiet, so I look up and see your face magnified. GameStop, why are you upset? Oh, I'm not upset, but clearly GameStop is. Benny on point like always. Hey, you see Griff texted me? Oh, man. Uber. No lie. Not crying. We've had a good morning. Prison, he wouldn't be on a GP yard. Hell no, he wouldn't be. Man, he'd be in a cage. They put him out in a dog run. Man, he get fed that grain loaf. The Wi-Fi in the house is terrible. It's a little lag, but I'm back on. Magnifying buffer. Oh yeah, Mother Goose. I know Mother Goose asked. I think it was Mother Goose. Which one of you ladies asked to see the? Which one of you ladies asked to see the poster in the garage? That's why Doug finished his bid solitary for safety. Hell yeah. And you know what? They don't let no tattoo machines back there in solitary, man. You don't even have books. So that's the way, that's how you know. General population, they would have made him finish them tattoos and get a whole bunch more. A whole bunch more. There you go. This is the whole chronological history of all her first son. Yep, for all of the helicopters manufactured by the company my dad flew for. All of them. Yeah. That was for Mother Goose's son. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump off here for a little bit. I'm going to go on here and see about making some real crime time content. Man, Josh, just put it on your heart, bro. We just want to plant a seed, man. There's no reason to come on here and say things like you're going to ruin my life and I don't have enough mods. And like, dude, snap back to reality, bro. Like, we're not talking about online stuff, bro. This is like real in your real life, right? I love all of you, man. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I'll see y'all here in a couple hours or so. Bye-bye.